Pro-Palestinian students protest at Columbia University in New York, even as administrators call for the dismantling of encampments. Negotiations on how to disperse the crowd are underway. Last Thursday, more than 100 students were arrested at universities across the country. The protests come at a time when school administrators are being urged to clamp down on anti-Semitism. VOA witnessed firsthand the aftermath of Thursday's arrests at Columbia University. One protester, who declined to give her name, laid out some of the students' demands.
I'm here to demand immediate ceasefire along with my other comrades so we can get humanitarian aid to Gaza.
Architecture professor Mary McLeod expressed her views on measures being taken to handle the demonstrations.
I don't know why they had to bring in the cops, put handcuffs on students, and why they can't accept a few tents where the students were totally peaceful.
A Columbia student who identified herself as Argentinian Jewish saw it differently.
It's very scary. I can't concentrate during the class because they're screaming all day. I'm scared to say that I'm Jewish because I don't know, they're extremists. They were holding pictures and supporting Hamas.
Protests have continued to spread to other campuses in the United States. On Tuesday, a tent camp was erected at the University of California, Berkeley, in a show of support for those arrested at Columbia and Yale universities on Monday. In the nation's capital, students at the American University protested internal policies they say resulted from the pro-Palestinian demonstrations nationwide and already curtailed their freedom of expression.
It's a new policy, a new directive, which banned indoor protest, which AU has a long history of having indoor protests. It also restricted flyering and what type of materials can be posted around campus and who can do it.
In a statement to VOA, the American University said the directives were implemented to support the safety and sense of belonging for students, and that it will continue to support the rights and responsibilities of free expression. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson called for the resignation of the president of Columbia University, Manoush Shafik, during a visit to the campus on Wednesday. On Tuesday, House Minority Leader Democrat Hakeem Jeffries condemned all forms of anti-Semitism and called for a redoubling of efforts to bring communities together. After giving remarks on Earth Day on Monday, President Joe Biden told reporters he condemns anti-Semitic protests and, quote, those who don't understand what's going on with the Palestinians. One expert on religion and conflict says academic institutions need places where students can have meaningful discussions.
One needs to be very careful about talking about sides and recognize that there are some issues about justice that bring together Jewish, Muslim, Palestinians, Christian students to that space of protest. And indeed, the issue is that there is a deep confusion in how to define anti-Semitism.
Meanwhile, the death toll in Gaza has surpassed more than 34,000, according to Gaza's health ministry. And there's no sign the war between Israel and Hamas is going to end anytime soon. Veronica, Balderas, Iglesias, VOA News, Washington.